Hello and welcome to the World Class Show. I'm Ricky, and today I have my colleagues. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. What's up, guys? My name is Gabe.
Jalen?
Yeah, and we are here for the World Class Show. What is the World Class Show?
The World Class Show is going to be all about football. We're going to be talking about, what's happened in the past weekend, and like in any leagues going on, anything big news that's happening around the world in the world of football, and anything related to football, music, anything that's supporting the sport, around the world. So that's what it's going to be focused on. We're not really trying to go too deep as far as maybe like talking about every single game of the league. We're just going to be talking about the big names and what's happened. So
Cool.
So for instance, if we want to start off actually just introducing ourselves, like I said, my name is Ricky. I have been playing soccer for almost my whole life. Played soccer in high school and in college, and then now doing photography and videography for soccer. And yeah,
Sweet.
What about you?
Yeah, so my name is Gabe. My soccer knowledge extends, pretty far. I didn't play. I didn't play soccer in college or high school or anything like that. Never played competitively actually, but I picked up the game in high school just for fun and as a hobby. Ended up falling in love with it. The culture, the way fans celebrate it, and the way it is celebrated all across the globe.
Yeah.
So it's my religion, man. I mean, I wake up every morning, watch the games, and try to go to any sort of soccer event related or a related event that I can go to. So, yeah, that's my my soccer journey. What about you, man?
Wait.
No,
Who do you support?
no, start with you, man.
Who do you-
gotta
who do
tell
you-
Yeah, you got to tell. You
No,
started, so tell us
Tell
who
Who do
you
you
people
support?
support.
who
No,
you
no, no.
like.
We'll come back around. We'll come back.
Let me say it because I'm the only one really rocking support out here today.
That's facts.
That's true.
Um,
We didn't get that memo. So
Tell the
no,
facts, lady. Send it
no,
out.
no. Okay, so Gabe, you go first because you're already talking about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a Chelsea fan. Unfortunately, right now it's not looking too good for us. But yeah, the way that I became a Chelsea fan is I was playing FIFA and I was no one could see me at FIFA, bro. Like I was undefeated with Chelsea.
Right.
So I was like, all right, this team is dope. They got Diego Costa and Hazard, Willian, all those like really good players at the time. They won the Premier League too. So yeah, I just kind of became my team. So
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I've been playing soccer. Let's see. I at first actually didn't like football. I started off telling my mom all my life that I wanted to play American football. American football and basketball. That was my dad's dream for me to play basketball.
You got the body for it.
What's that?
You got the body for it.
Yeah, man. But actually, somebody told me that yesterday, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I hopped out the car. You're like, damn, you're a football player.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wish. But yeah, man, I started off, I hated soccer, honestly. I didn't know anything about it. Got recruited onto my godfather's soccer team over in Arlington. And that's kind of where I took on the journey, man. I fell in love with it. I ended up playing every day, 3 times a day. Played all throughout high school, trained outside of high school, went on to travel ball, did some college stuff. So yeah, now I love it. It's like you said, it's my life. I go through all the pains. As you can tell, I'm a Chelsea fan, so definitely living out the pains of being a Chelsea fan and enjoying the football world. Yeah, man.
But who was your first team? Your actual first team that you liked?
So okay, this guy crazy will put me on blast right now. So originally, I started off being an Arsenal fan because my dad was an Arsenal fan.
That's crazy.
Yeah, when I was a kid, man. You know, we're innocent when we're young, but he was a Gunners fan growing up, I guess somehow, and so he told me to check them out, but. And I like that. I liked Ashley Cole, bro. So that was really what I stuck to. And then I think actually what brought me over to Chelsea was just watching him play during that time frame, and really actually got one of my first pieces of like it wasn't a jersey, it was like a practice shirt.
Yeah.
And I got a bag because my godfather was a Chelsea fan, and so I was like, started paying more attention to that, watching them play more. He had me watch a bunch of their film because, you know, when we were younger, he wanted me to see what real football was like. So
Well, let me tell you, just like Ashley Cole, you did the right choice of switching teams.
Was
Well,
that another
Arsenal?
Reason, was that another reason why you went to Chelsea? Or because Ashley Cole went over there?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
well, I mean, like he went over there, and then Drogba, like everybody over there was going crazy. So getting to see them play and seeing that style, I was like, yeah, just might as well take this, bro. Because I was like, I felt like when I was growing up, I felt like it was more so like, you know, and your parents are like, here's your team. You know what I mean? They kind of like
That's
show
what I
you,
mean.
and you're still a Barca fan. Or
I'm a football fan.
Get out of here with that, bro. Like, get out of here with that.
I support everything.
No, you don't. Who do you support?
No, I've been supporting Barcelona since I think I was 6 years old. I remember the first game I watched was with my dad, and we watched El Clasico, and that was the year when Ronaldinho scored 3 goals against Real Madrid, and then that was the game that were like all the Madrid fans were just clapping, applauding Ronaldinho for scoring 2 goals against Madrid, and it wasn't even tap-ins. Like it was like the most amazing goals I've ever seen for a player like that. So that's when I fell in love with it, and that's when basically my dad was the one that put me on to Barcelona. It was just every single weekend we would watch it together, all that stuff. So that's how I became a Barca fan.
I need you to pick a Premier League team, bro. At some point in your lifetime.
Like I said, I'm a fan of football, so for instance, for this season right now, I am supporting
This season
I'm supporting Arsenal.
of all seasons.
Well, but there's a story behind it, right? Because we got the chance to go see Chelsea, Arsenal, and Orlando. And Arsenal.
That was the birthplace.
That had to be. I mean, they were playing really well.
I thought he was just
No,
like being spiteful.
being
It was
spiteful.
like,
No, I think.
I wasn't.
Well, I think he was being spiteful, but at the same time, like I think it also like kind of like birth because they played really well. They really routed Chelsea. I mean, they
was
knew
4-0.
all of our weak spots. They knew exactly how to play against us, and
They were good
I
goals.
mean, yeah, they were really good goals. So I think
I left that game early.
yeah, you did.
Stormed off.
Besides being spiteful, I think that's what really led Ricky to kind of, do that. But yeah, so that is who we are, all three of us, for World Class. And so with the World Class show, we're based off in Jacksonville. So we will be looking for people who want to come into the show and talk football with us.
Right.
We'll talk about the soccer and football movements in Jacksonville. It is a growing city, growing community. So stick with us. You're going to learn a lot about what's going on here in Jacksonville. The craziest soccer fans that you'll find in Duval. So yeah, that we're looking to bring special guests, have special segments, games, and things like that. So. Yeah, I mean that's a little bit about the show, and I think if we don't have anything else to share, I think we can hop into our first topic here for today.
Well, let's get into the soccer world and what's
do it.
going on. What happened last week as they are bringing back the Super League. Now, the first time that the Super League came into fruition, I wasn't a big fan of it. I did not support it at all, but now they're bringing it back. Mostly, the only teams that are bringing it back right now are going to be Madrid, Barcelona, and Juventus. Because rightfully so, because as far as numbers and everything for their league, as far as like people viewing the league for them, it's not doing anything for them. So I understand why they're bringing up the Super League. Obviously, with the Premier League being the number one league to watch at right now at the moment, I think they're still trying to get those teams involved with the Super League because they know that those fans will follow wherever their team goes. So what do you guys think?
I will say, my brother and I was talking about this the other day, and I was just thinking because I just saw an article where they were talking about the players and how they felt about the amount of games they've been playing, and I kind of wondered how this would, if this was to ever come into fruition, like what effect or how they would feel as far as like would that mean more games in the calendar year, and if so, would that be kind of like what would they bump out to make room for that, and if the players would kind of Like, how much of a choice do they have in this? You know what I mean? Like, I know it's the teams, like, you know, people higher up that are making these decisions. So I wonder, does that mean players can, you know, kind of refute it and say, hey, man,
I don't think they have much of a say, to be honest, and I don't think they might refute. But I think what's gonna happen is if they do this Super Cup or the Super League, then domestic games are just not gonna have any value. So then, you know, you have players that are in the bench or players that are in the reserves starting for Premier League games or La Liga games, because those are not going to have any value. And then in the Super League, you're going to have the De Bruyne, the Haaland, you know, the Lewandowski's, all these like great players will now be starting for these European. That's just my, like, the domestic games, the FA Cups, the Copa del Rey, all these domestic cups are just going to lose value because they're going to save all their good players for the this European Super Cup. That's just how I see it. If they were to, you know, go through.
And how would you feel like that would affect everything if that happened? So.
I don't know, because I mean, these players are already complaining that they don't get enough time off, that they, you know, you see, right, for example, I'll talk about my team Chelsea. Like, we are injury ridden right now. Like, we have over 10 injuries, and you know, if you add another cup game or another tournament, I mean, it only time will tell how long these players, like, look at Messi and Ronaldo are, you know, respectively creeping 40, and they have been able to salvage their bodies to play at this high level. But if they keep adding games, I mean, we're going to see players like Haaland retiring at 31, 32 because they just can't keep up, or moving into like much smaller leagues, like, I don't know, like the Saudi Arabian league or MLS, or going back to Sweden or whatever, or, you know, because he was in Malmo for a while. So that's just kind of what I see.
Yeah, I mean, right now in the article from A22 Sports, who are pretty much providing the PR for the Super League right now, they're saying that the players' health is going to be the center of attention for them. They're trying to, you know, improve the competitiveness throughout the whole Super League, and I don't think it really makes a difference if you add another league in there. That's just another game added to the season for the players, and like you said, it's not going to be okay for the players to be running around all season, especially with the Super League involved. They're going to retire by 31 or even earlier than that if injuries start getting involved as well. So no matter how healthy they can be, once injuries start getting involved, how can they compete as much as possible? I just think it's going to be more of a... The thing is, with A22 Sports, it's basically helping them market how valuable this league is going to be, and how people can invest into it and really feel like, okay, this is a league I want to be involved in, where it's going to be a playoff thing. Almost like what they have here in America, NFL or NBA, there's going to be a whole table for it, but then they're going to have playoffs, but no one's going to get kicked off. You're just going to have these top-named teams that are playing that we already know and already watch every single day because of the Champions League, but... we're gonna get tired of that. I'm gonna get tired of watching Barcelona versus Liverpool every other day. I'm like, okay, great.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what really is the appeal to this? I mean, like,
money,
right? But as far as to fans and to, because that's great for, you know, owners and people, league runners. But like, you're talking about fans and players. Like, what's the appeal to that? I mean, they're talking. I saw like anywhere from like a 60 to 80 team league going on, and then 14 guaranteed, like a minimum of 14 matches. Like, what is this? Like, seems like it's such an oversaturation of people in one league where it's, and then again, it's also like, is it going to be every year? Is it going to be, you know, every 2 years? Or how is that going to, like, I just feel like doing too much, trying too hard.
Yeah, I think that they are
money.
Yeah, right. Like, and I don't know. I feel like, especially kind of like going back to Ricky's point about having these like teams, you'll get bored of watching Barcelona, Liverpool. Like look at Liverpool right now. It's an aging team that's like screaming for goals at this point, like wanting to have a midfield that's proven, or even the Chelseas that are like have a really exciting squad but can't seem to produce. But then you have, on the other hand, you have teams like Newcastle who have fought. I mean, yeah, they got bought out and they have a lot of money coming in, but they have been fighting for the past 2 seasons with new ownership, and now they're in a spot to be playing competitively for Champions League. So those fans finally get to see Newcastle, Real Madrid, Newcastle, Dortmund, Newcastle, Leipzig. Like, so that is the beauty of the Champions League. and the beauty of the tier system. So if you have, like, look at Juventus, they just got deducted 15 points, not even playing for Europe for European play. Chelsea, Liverpool, not contending for European play. Why do they deserve to play this tournament? They don't deserve to. But the teams like Nottingham Forest, or not Nottingham, but like Newcastle, Brentford, who are in the cusp of European play, like, that's exciting for those fans.
But that's why they want to do it, is because they know they still have a loyal fan base right now, not even just in their own country, but around the world. So they don't care about filling up the seats at their stadiums. They care about getting those views. And they feel like if they get all the big name teams into that league, they're going to have more viewers that's going to bring in that revenue for them, because they still get revenue from the views of how much views they get. But going back to you guys' points, it's like we're going to get tired of that. Yeah. And I'd rather watch like a hungry Leeds team try and beat Manchester United, and that's more entertaining to me than watching Manchester United versus Man City for the 7th time this year or this season. So I just think this whole situation is another PR stunt for people to be like, okay, they're starting to piece everything together. They're trying to add more teams to it, possibly, but it's just more of like a PR stunt where they just need more investors, more people to understand like this is something that's still possible and that we need your support. Me, I'm not for it. So
my vote is no.
I'm against it too. I mean, like I said, a big Chelsea fan and want my team to do good, but they don't deserve it right now. And some of these teams don't deserve it. I mean, Barcelona dropped the ball like in La Liga without qualifying for Champions League. They didn't deserve it either. Juventus don't deserve it. So, I'm not for it.
Well, speaking of those European teams, Champions League starts this week.
Yes,
What are y'all doing for Valentine's Day?
Hey, watching some football, baby.
Heartbroken.
My one constant, baby.
Well, so on Tuesday we're gonna have PSG versus Bayern and Milan versus Tottenham. So obviously the big game is gonna be PSG versus Bayern. Mm-hmm. What's your prediction on the first game? Or here, let's start with the first game and then move on to the overall tie between the two teams.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can go each day. We can see who. Let's see what our picks are.
Yeah, so we got Milan, Tottenham, 3 p.m. Tuesday. I mean, this Tottenham team is just not
against big but against big teams. Yeah. Against big teams, they are amazing. But when it comes to these small teams, especially this past weekend when they played against Leicester?
Yeah.
And they lost 4-1. Like, how does that happen? How do you go from beating who they play? Who they just beat?
They beat Man City.
They beat Man City. How do you beat Man City and then just lose 4-1 to Leicester? I get it, you're away and everything like that, but still, 4-1? Come on, especially with the names you have.
Yeah.
You have a World Cup winner in the bag. You have a man who just broke the record up front. And you got a hungry midfield. What's going on? So I think I'm going with Milan on this one for the first game.
Yeah, I'm going Milan. I'm also looking at the injury list, and Hugo Lloris is out with any injury. Bentancur just tore his ACL today, last week or yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. So Bentancur, he's a boss in the midfield. Mm-hmm. That's a big loss for them. Mm-hmm. And then Holzberg is suspended. So just give the 3 points to Milan at this point. You know what I mean? Like there's no way. And they're playing at Stadio Giuseppe Meazza, right? And they're playing in Milano.
Yep.
So it's like I don't see Tottenham getting out of this one.
Yeah. We'll just see. I mean, like I said, I think Milan's gonna get out of it, but for some reason with Tottenham against big teams, they're gonna make something happen. So we'll see. What do you think, Jalen?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I definitely think that Milan's going to take this one.
Is Conte back? Because he was hospitalized for a while. Yeah, he was hospitalized for a while.
Really?
Yeah. He had some I don't remember what exactly was some disease or something. He's fine now. He had surgery, but he was out for like the first for a few games.
I could have sworn I saw him at Man City. He wasn't there?
No, he was not.
Oh my god!
It was the other coach, the assistant coach, was taking care of the first team. So I don't know if Antonio Conte will be back for this game. If he is, then he might
That's a
Put some a little fire under their
that's what I'm
butts.
saying. I feel like with him not being there, that might be like the uphill battle that Tottenham's going through. I feel like with Conte's energy, he would bring something for the team that be like, you know what, let's just go out and fight. Let's go fight.
But
fight,
they
fight.
beat Man City without Conte.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just a slippery slope right there where it's
Yeah.
maybe like even like okay, so like obviously with Man City, they know it's Man City. We got to give it our all. Maybe they went into this thinking, oh, it's Leicester. We'll try to get a tie out of it, or maybe just get lucky or something like this.
Yep.
And they just didn't realize Leicester was out there to win because they're also fighting for relegation in the Premier League. So they're just gonna fight. So maybe with Conte being there, giving that strict mentality to the players might give him the edge. But I'm not sure if he's gonna be playing or gonna be coaching this game.
Got
So
that dog in him.
They got that.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's gotta-
yeah. So I think it's a vote of 3. We're going Midland on this one. Yeah.
What's the score?
I don't know. Well, Hugo Lloris, if he doesn't play, I mean, he makes a lot of mistakes. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm going like 2-0.
I was
I
gonna
was
say
gonna
2-1.
say
Yeah,
2-0.
2-1.
2-1. Yeah,
I could see.
on the board.
I could see Kane putting 1,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's the only constant. And Son's been
Son's is-
Son's been iffy this year.
Ever since the World Cup.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Now,
even,
World
no,
Cup-
no, never mind. Yeah, even before the World Cup, he was iffy too.
Yeah, he's been a little iffy. And then so after that we have the big boys, PSG, Bayern.
I'm
No
going-
Mbappe,
No Messi.
no Mbappe, no
Messi
Messi.
Messi is doubtful.
Messi's doubtful?
He's doubtful. He's
Okay.
doubtful. He might play, but
Mbappe's doubtful too, but I think it depends on if they play.
Mbappe will miss the game, but Messi, I feel like you should save Messi for the second leg.
Second leg, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
You got Verratti out as well.
Verratti's out. Yep.
He's out.
Yeah. Verratti, Mbappe, Messi, Mukiele, and Renato Sanchez, which he hasn't played a game, I think, for them. They're all out, and it looks like for Bayern, we got Hernandez, Neuer, Mazraoui, Mane, obviously, and then Mueller has a bruised leg. He might play.
For the broken leg.
But who's got the broken leg?
Neuer.
But
That's what they brought in Jan Sommer.
That's what I'm saying. Even though they have all these injured players, they still have a bench full of players that can still make an impact.
Yeah, I'm going Bayern, and I have a thing going. I truly just don't think PSG is gonna win Champions League in a long time. So
Like ever.
they're cursed, bro.
Okay, so you're going
I'm
Bayern.
going Bayern.
What's your final score?
Okay? It depends on if Messi plays.
Right.
I'm gonna say 3-0.
Wow.
That's
3-0.
That's crazy.
I think PSG comes out with the win on this one. I think Neymar is going to go crazy. You know, you can't forget. The streets will never forget the
That
baller that Neymar. Like you can't forget how good he is. And I think sometimes he might get a little bit. And this might be a reach, and people might call me crazy, but I think he gets overshadowed by like even Mbappe himself and Messi, and people forget that Neymar is still a dog.
Yeah.
So being by Neymar by himself, I think he'll be able to fully use all of his assets and use all of his toolkits in his arsenal and just go crazy because there's nothing stopping him. Messi's not going to ask for the ball. Mbappe's not going to cry to him. So I think this is a Neymar like not revenge game, but like Neymar is going to be like, yeah, I'm still him, himothy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
I
still
hope
him.
so, man. I really love Neymar, and I love to see him shine and take over. I do agree with you about feeling like he gets overshadowed a bit.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like Mbappe has it out for him low key, but
Heike. So I think final score. I think there's gonna be like a high score. I think like 3-2 or like 2-1. I mean, I know 2-1's not high score, but I think it's gonna be like a level game.
Okay.
They're gonna be fighting for it. It might come down to the wire. So it might be like a 2-1 or 3-2 type deal. But I think PSG come out with the win just because. Well, their defense is iffy too. But if Sergio Ramos can unlock, his old self. And Kimpembe is out, right? But Marquinhos is iffy. But if they can lock it down, I think PSG come out with a win.
I say Bayern Munich is going to take it 1-0, but it's just the way PSG's form is right now. They've lost 3 games in a row in the league, and Bayern Munich, with injuries, are still winning games, like respectfully, like 3-0, 2-0 against like good teams in the Bundesliga. So I'm gonna say PSG is going to park the bus, and Bayern Munich is going to score at least 1. But I feel like PSG is going to come out to win the tie.
okay.
I think so.
Well, I will stop you there. For a while, Bayern, They have won the last 3, but before that, they've just been tying games. 4-4 against Salzburg, 1-1 against Leipzig, 1-1 Cologne, 1-1 Frankfurt. So
Was that before the World Cup or after?
this was it was recent, January. Yeah,
Oh,
this
really?
was yes. Like they have not been fantastic either. They have won their last 3, and rightfully so. 4-0 against Mainz, 4-2 against Wolfsburg, 3-0 against VfL Bochum. But I just think that
Still better form than PSG though.
that's true. They have lost against Marseille. They lost against Marseille in the cup
And
against
Monaco.
Reims. So
I think
they tied. They tied.
yeah, they
Reims.
tied. Yeah.
They tied. But still, like it is undoubtedly like a better form. But I just think that PSG are, they're not a different breed in the Champions League. But I just think Neymar's gonna just be. He's gonna have a good game. I think
Yeah.
Where are they playing at?
they are in the Parc des Princes in Paris.
Their home
They're
game.
playing France. So.
Yeah. So
All
that
right.
that is on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, baby, we got two we got 2 good games, but we're gonna stick in the Champions League. Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea. I saw the news, and I did not know this, but apparently Germany had COVID restrictions still, and the at Dortmund they were only allowing like 60,000 fans when they can house 80,000, and for this game they're allowing them to have a full house. So that terrifies me.
Why?
It has to be against us, of course,
Why?
against us,
You got the yellow wall back there, bro.
of course.
Exactly. What do you mean?
Like why?
we
But
have
why
to have
us?
that, bro?
But why us?
Oh, why you guys?
Yeah, like they couldn't just do it like during the regular team. No. Oh, let's go against Chelsea. Boom. Let's unlock the wall. Yeah, the
Did you guys-
agenda.
did
The
you guys win
agenda.
your- You guys won your group, or
Let me fact check that. I think we did. Yes.
yeah? 'Cause then you guys. I mean, you guys.
Yeah,
were the-
yeah, we won our group, and then AC Milan was below us. So
technically, you guys are the favorites for this game.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Chelsea. When it comes to Champions League, we got that dog in us though. Like we always make it past the first 16. I mean, somehow or not, we always do. Like we might not perform in the Premier League for some reason if we don't, but like we always perform in the Champions League, especially recently. Especially recently, we've always like performed. So I'm taking Chelsea on this one, and I'm not. I mean, I'm obviously
You're a better fan than me, brother.
I'm obviously being biased.
What?
That's a false statement, but I'm just saying. I don't think I just can't. My hurt soul cannot see us winning against them.
That's fair.
I really
Even when you guys take them on at home.
honestly, bro, I if I'm being true to what I've seen, I haven't seen any sense of hope as far as like honestly. I mean, our last game we had some good chances. We scored some goals, some didn't count. But the thing is honestly as everybody knows, we just bought a bunch of players. I've been seeing us get hella crap on Twitter and everything like that, saying, we spent, 600 million and still can't figure it out. But these things take time, man. It takes time for things to come together. I know that we're leaving some people out going into Champions League. So I think it's honestly like, especially looking at their form, Dortmund's form recently,
Yeah.
like we can't seem to figure it out, and they've figured it out on their end. So I think I still love to think and hope that we win, but being realistic, man, I don't think we're winning this one. I think it's just going to take some time. I think we're going to have to continue to rebuild, continue to get players in line and informed with each other.
What's the
So
score?
what's the final score?
I want to say 1-0 just to not let them not give them too much.
Yeah.
I honestly I feel like it's going like though. I say 2-0. We're gonna lose 2-0. Hopefully.
goal in there, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just being real, dog. Like I have to be realistic about it. I can't put my heart in it because that's how I've gotten hurt so many times.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you think?
So I was just looking at Dortmund's form recently, and they've won like 8 in a row.
Yes,
their form. They are in top.
matches.
They are in top form right now, while Chelsea can't seem to figure it out. But I'll echo what Jalen said. Like these things take time. It's like you're getting a bunch of flavors into a cup, and it needs time to simmer and like for all the flavors to come together to make
Let it marinate.
let it marinate. You know what I mean? So like the people that are like Potter off, it's like you got to give them some time. And so
I will say, Chelsea, I need some eyes behind the scenes.
We definitely
I really need to see what's being said in this locker room, dog.
I really wish they would have done an all or nothing on Chelsea. That would have been the best one.
We need it because Potter's half game or end game interviews, he's sunshine and rainbows.
He
bro.
be pissing me off sometimes.
I know
man.
it better not be like that in the locker room. It better not.
I just feel like Chelsea just gave. No, cut me off if I feel like push some boundaries over here. But like I feel like Potter has been given. He's just got done driving a Honda Accord, and then someone just said, "Here's a Lamborghini for you." Like, how do you go from that to that?
I don't necessarily disagree
Mm-hmm.
because like he took a Brighton team that I'm not gonna say it was talentless. Like it had like Moises Caicedo when they were going through it and whatnot, and Cucurella when he was still decent and not just running around for fun. Like he turned that into a team that was attractive. That's why Chelsea went and got him. It's because he took something from nothing, quote unquote, right? From nothing to something. Like, and not to say because Brighton didn't win anything. I think they finished like 8th in the league. Like, it's not like he was even in Europe, but it was an attractive. Like Chelsea could not beat Brighton when Potter was there.
I think too. Right now, Chelsea fans and people watching us, like, we need goals.
We do.
And I just personally, I think the only thing that I can agree with when people slight Potter is he's not like a goal-getting manager. Even before Chelsea, they didn't score a ton of goals. So it's like, I think in people, we want to see goals scored. We need goals to be scored. And I just think that's his only struggle is figuring out how to make that happen for us.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with a tie in this game. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 1-1.
That's our best case.
Chelsea strikes first, but we can never hold the lead. So I think it's gonna be 1-1. Best case scenario.
It's gonna be a beautiful day.
I'm gonna be I'm not excited for it, to be honest. So I think it's gonna be 1-1.
I'm gonna go with a draw too, just because, like you said, when it comes to Champions League, Chelsea just comes alive. So I think you guys are gonna be okay because you guys have solid players that can get you through to the next game. It's just now getting that paw stirred up and have it all together, marinate together, and just let it go, and that's it. But I wanted to ask you guys. I know you got Enzo already, but who would you rather pick, Enzo or Jude?
Or who?
Oh, Jude?
Jude.
Well,
Technically, they both play the same position.
yeah.
Both are young, but who would you have preferred?
I mean, we got Enzo, so it's like
Yeah,
we got him. Like, so I gotta go with like Enzo. Like we got Enzo. You know.
Honestly, and from what I've seen from Enzo so far, it's been pretty nice. Like it's honestly like I think he's played his part and kind of filled the gap that we were missing right there. I like it. So I think like if we can figure out how to kind of transition that into more of an attack, then like I said, I'd be.
I mean, Enzo
Got an assist already.
Got an assist already.
So
Yeah.
it's like
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. You guys are getting goals. The only problem is the ref is not on your side. 2 of them were offsides. I mean, they were, but and then the penalty situation. But
if I speak, I'm in big trouble. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like they hate us, bro.
I kid you not, 10 minutes today showing my brother, and I was irate, bro, because this man tried to tell me, he was like, I don't know, it looks like it hit his knee, bro. I don't know. I was like,
Right.
you're kidding me, bro. You're about to make me fight you, right?
and then the next game would be.
That's it for the first week, and then on Thursday we have.
There's only one Champions League game that day.
Oh my bad. No. We got Club Brugge and Benfica. Benfica after losing.
Benfica. I'll take Benfica.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you know what, bro. You know about Club Brugge? Or I might be butchering this,
Yeah.
bro. They got the Canadian guy.
I know you're talking about.
What's his name? Hold on,
He was doing better than Davis in the World Cup, honestly.
brother. Well, they got Simon Mignolet. I mean, he's decent at goal. But I'm talking about Tejan Buchanan, man.
Yeah.
That guy's a star. I mean, he is. I'm taking Club Brugge on this one. I mean, Benfica
They lost
Enzo.
So
So I don't know what his dynamic with Benfica's team was, and I don't really watch a lot of the Portuguese league or keep up with it enough to know that like how Benfica are doing. But I just know that when you lose a player of such caliber as Enzo, it's gonna strike you. So I think Club Brugge come out with the win on this one.
what do you think, Jalen?
I think either way it's going to be close. I think definitely it's going to be close. I don't know, man. They both haven't seemed to have lost in quite a while. Seems like Benfica definitely finds the dub more often than Club Brugge. But I don't know, man.
Well, Ramos is out.
Gonzalo Ramos.
Yeah, Ramos is out for Benfica. So I'm actually because Ramos had a good World Cup, but
I think I'm gonna do a draw on this one. I'm gonna go 0-0.
yeah,
That's
I'm gonna go with
I think
0-0
that's
on the
fair
first.
too.
Yeah,
I think that's fair too.
because it's not a bad game. But I'm sticking with Benfica to winning this tie.
You're
But-
sticking with Benfica?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna be watching any of those games because I'm watching Arsenal versus Man City.
Man.
Yes.
Yes.
This is what Super League wanted.
So kind of shifting from Champions League to kind of like back to the Premier League and how interesting it is now. So we have Arsenal who dropped points against Brentford this weekend.
Yep.
Tied 1-1. The refs looked back at it again and apparently they shouldn't have called.
Yeah, they said it was a mistake.
Yeah,
Human
it was a
error.
mistake, human
Yeah,
error.
Human error.
So I don't know how Arsenal fans feel about that, but you know, Arsenal, Man City, whoever wins this game goes top.
Okay.
They're 3 points behind, so I don't know the difference between goal differential, but Arsenal are slipping this. They're slipping this big time.
I saw someone on Twitter. They posted like their predictions for their 3 games for Arsenal, and they the last of their prediction they made it right so far. They had them losing and then drawing even, and then they said they're going to lose 3-0 to Man
3-0. Yeah, I think I saw it was them losing 1-0 to Everton,
Yep.
tying Brentford 1-1, and then
So
losing 3-0.
I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. I honestly love everything about this matchup going on between Pep and Miguel Arteta. So I think, and it's gonna be interesting all the way around. To just, I'm just gonna love to watch the game. I truly don't have. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't have an idea who's gonna win. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm conflicted because we all know that like they don't play in the same side in London, but that it's somewhat of a rivalry there between Chelsea and Arsenal, and it hurts me to see Arsenal fans be happy about this team and then see them like love the team after what they went through. But like, I don't want Man City to keep winning. They had a monopoly for the past like 2-3 years, always winning the Premier League, and it's like, all right.
Switch it up.
Let's switch it up. Yeah. I didn't want it to switch it up with Arsenal, but
No,
I'll take what I can get. You know what I mean? Like,
and Man U is climbing up the ranks too. So
Yeah.
I think. I mean, bro, I have equal hate. I think personally, I have equal freaking hate for Arsenal and Man City. I just want to see what's gonna happen, how it's gonna pan out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna have them both up.
if we could have Chelsea and Liverpool just closer to those like 4 or 5 spots, we could have a proper title race. You know what I mean? But I mean, what could have been? But this is interesting. So what are your predictions? So do we follow the Twitter lingo and say that they're going to lose 3-0? Do you think it's going to be a tie? What do
It's
we?
gonna be closer than that. I don't know because are they playing in Man City?
I think they're playing at Emirates. I don't know, actually.
They are playing in Emirates Stadium.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. So
I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting because I think Arsenal is going to be a toss-up whether the players are going to come back with like that vengeance, like not being able to win. Disappointing fans, I think, across the board lately. So maybe they might have come extra hungry to this game.
yeah,
They definitely have a lot to prove with this matchup. So I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
I think if Arsenal lose here, there's no coming back up because they're not stopping Man City. Man City's not getting the gas off, the pedal off.
So who's winning?
Man,
I
This is a tough one.
I'm saying
This is a tough
I'm
one.
gonna say Man City, even though right now Erling Haaland just got an injury today. He's doubtful for this Wednesday. I still believe, especially with Arsenal coming back, the way their form is right now, it's not good. It's not good at all. Like they're not getting the job done. They're depending on substitutions to help them out and try to at least pick up, the pace and all that stuff. Like I don't believe Arsenal is going to win this game at all. I believe Man City, even if they lose Haaland, they still have Julian Alvarez on the bench to come in and make a difference. And I think Man City can handle the pressure. They just got done with a wild week after being they were being accused of cheating for the last 5-7 seasons. Yeah. And yet they come back and they say, well, we'll show you what we're still capable of doing right now. And they scored 3 goals today. And Holland didn't score. And they just did what they could and prove a point. So I believe they're going to bring that same energy going into to Wednesday's game. And Arsenal's going to fall. Now, after that, it's going to be neck and neck throughout the whole season. And Man United picking up speed too. It's going to be a close race to the title. So I'll say Man City.
Man City, yeah, I'm gonna go Man City as well. I think Arsenal are. Eddie Nketiah was having some,
he was having a solid game.
So he was having some good flashes, some good games, but starting to drop in form a little bit here.
Yeah.
So maybe he might be suffering from like being tired or just playing because he's not used to playing all these games constantly, right? Or he'll come off the bench or whatever, and that's why they got Gabriel Jesus. So I think Gabriel Jesus missing might be hurting them for real. Yeah. Buying Trossard was fantastic. That's great business for them.
I believe if Arsenal have a chance of winning, they should start him.
They should start Trossard.
Yeah, over Martinelli.
Martinelli has been
his form is
dropped.
I think he's just tired from the World Cup. Like these guys are still exhausted from the World. These players that are coming back from the World Cup, they're exhausted.
Like Martinelli's form has dropped significantly, and I'm a big Martinelli fan. Yeah. I love his game, and I do think that I agree. I think Trossard needs to start.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Man City, but hopefully Pep doesn't pep it up and overthink it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But is the reality though? Like the game that they lost against Tottenham,
yeah.
He sat De Bruyne. Why are you doing that? Pep. Why? Look at me in the camera, Pep. Like what? You have the best. Pep. You have so much depth in that Man City team. Like, stop overthinking it.
Pep has been on a roll with the press, though. He's been on a roll with the press, man. So
yeah, man.
I'm not
even taking some PR classes,
bro. He's on his like. I don't care who you are now. At this point, he's in his bag right now. So he doesn't care if he'll take an L on this game. He'd be like, I'm focused on the next 2-3 games.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So, I think Man City come out with the win and then they tie and it's just
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. You guys are both saying Man City, yeah?
Yeah. This guy wants to be different.
You think Arsenal, bro?
Part of me, I really feel like they're gonna come hungry to this game.
That's true.
I really think that they're gonna come hungry to this game. I don't know if it'll be fruitful, but part of me wants to say it's a draw, 1-1. Part of me wants to give 1-0 to Arsenal. So,
I hope it's scrappy. I hope it's a scrappy game.
It will be.
I hope it's a scrappy game
because of the pressure in this game.
I want all the smoke.
Yeah.
And as a fan from the outside that doesn't support any of these teams, I want to see just a good, solid, like back in the day game, scrappy. Yeah. That's what I want. So yeah, I think we have Man City. You said a tie.
I'm gonna say a draw.
I'm gonna draw. A draw.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. And then the following day, I don't know if we were covering Europa League, but we got your small club. We got a small club in Barcelona. A small club in Barcelona.
Hey man, listen.
Playing Europa League against Man United.
I don't know why we're not talking about the Europa League.
I put it down as a topic, man.
That's gonna be a game.
Big teams are in the Europa League right now, so I'm more focused on the Europa League. I'm like Champions League. That's over. I'm over that stuff. That's why the Super League is coming, bro.
I wonder why.
But
Should be embarrassed.
Yo.
but this is still a good game between Barcelona and Man United. I believe Barcelona, how they've been playing, we're gonna beat Manchester United. However, it's not gonna be an easy game. Manchester United, I'm still kind of terrified because Man United are coming in with heat. Once they lost Ronaldo, all that heavy weight just was let loose, and they're like, okay, now we can finally play the way we want to play because they didn't have press talking bad about them. Only thing I've heard about the press now, or like anybody who's commentating about this game, is just good things about Man United, and I've seen it. Marcus Rashford is on fire. Defense is finally starting to stay solid. I don't know if Varane is injured or not.
I think he is. Let me tell you.
Oh, I think he is. Yeah,
Casemiro's still out. He's got 2 matches left.
But that was a
that's
Premier
for
League,
Premier
though.
League. So
That was
Casemiro.
Premier League.
So Barcelona they know them, but I believe in Barcelona. Barcelona has a solid defense. Thank you for what's his name?
This guy doesn't even know his name.
But
Who is he?
Who are you talking about? Christensen?
Christensen, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for Christensen because he's been so helpful for us with our defense and midfield. We're doing so well. Lewandowski, thank God he's healthy, and with Gavi and Pedri, Gavi and Pedri playing a wonderful season. I'm feeling confident going to this game. It's going to be a tough one, but I feel like Barcelona are going to win this game 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
So, on paper, Barcelona have the best team in terms of these two.
Yep.
Barcelona have, again, the best team. However, on the pitch, Man United are going crazy. Like, Rashford is playing out of his mind right now. I think he has 21 goals or something like that.
21 goals, yeah. 21
Like-
goals and 8 or 6 assists.
Like, he's out of his freaking mind right now.
I don't know.
On paper, Barcelona should win this game, but I just don't think it'll translate into the field, into the pitch. I mean, you have Garnacho, 18 years old, Boston are up in the Premier League. He had a bad game a week ago, but scored today against Aston Villa. You have the likes of, again, Rashford, and then it says Antony has a knock. Ericsson is injured as well, but I think Antony might. I don't think he'll be back on time for that. So I don't know. I think it'll be a tie. To be honest, I think it'll be like a 1-1 tie, because Barcelona are without Lewandowski, they can't do anything. They won't score. Whereas I think Man U are playing more cohesively.
Yeah.
So I think Barcelona are just going to struggle if the likes of Rafinha and Ansu Fati come in with, they come to this game wanting to like actually do a good job, they will win. But if Rafinha and Ansu Fati and the likes of, the defense for Barcelona, they don't play well, I don't see Barcelona winning this game.
And see, that's my biggest issue is our attacking force. Like when we have Gavi playing up top, and then you don't put Ferran Torres or Ansu Fati up there to start, it's like you're kind of like killing their confidence going into the game. So I wish like Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres, I don't care about him. Get rid of him. But Ansu Fati, I still believe in him, but you need to play him. You need to start him. But with the way Gavi's playing, I mean, he's a little pit bull out there. I'm going to stick with him being on the field and starting the games. And I don't mind him being up front, especially the way he's hungry for the game. He's playing like a striker would do, but he's an attacking midfielder. So
I think it's going to be a tie just because Man United are playing better, but on paper Barcelona look good, and they're probably not going to allow themselves to lose this game. So I think it'll be like a 1-1 tie.
yeah,
I think I'm actually gonna say Man United might win this game.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say probably. I'm gonna go with a 1-0 win. I think just Man United have kind of they're on fire right now, and they've been. I think that momentum is gonna drive into this game. They're playing at Old Trafford, so I think it's gonna be hype. I think fans are gonna be behind them. Yeah, I mean, like you said, both teams are in really good form right now. Barcelona probably is on a longer winning streak than Man United, but yeah, I'm excited to see this game. It's gonna be a good game either way, but I think Man United might take away with it.
I feel like that rounds up what's coming up this week.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it. So, to close out the show, I think we should play a little game, test our knowledge of what we know of football. So,
Play a
we're going to
game.
play a game called Who Am I? Where we just throw out hints of who this player is, and we have to guess who this player is.
Oh, okay.
So, who wants to go first?
Well, why don't you just tell us and see who can get it first?
Wait, say it again.
Why don't you just say the hints and see who can get it first?
Okay.
Is that
Okay,
would that
yeah,
would that work?
Is it? I thought this was what we were doing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, because I had my player, I just wanted to see who wanted to go first.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
You start. Tell us who's your
Okay.
player.
All right.
All right, so you guys ready?
Let's play.
All right, so my player is. I started playing as a forward, but played left back throughout his career.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you got?
No.
Oh,
That's the
Well, I was waiting for a guess.
no,
Ready to guess?
no,
Okay.
you gotta.
I joined Real Madrid from Inter Milan.
Okay.
I'm blanking.
Yeah.
Okay, third hint. I'm known for bending a 40-yard free kick against France.
Could you tell us who does he play for? National.
Do you want to guess? You want to guess?
Yeah.
If you guess, if you get a run, you're out.
Wait.
You froze out. So you
So if
can't
I guess the player, or I'm talking about the country.
No, the player. You're guessing the player.
So I get one shot.
You only get one shot. If you get it wrong, you can't. And then
I can't say it.
you can't say anything. It's just on game now at this point.
Nah.
So,
How many,
like, let me-
those
let
are all
me-
your hints.
I got one more hint.
All right.
But let me
Give me one more hint.
last one. I
Yeah.
won the World Cup with Brazil in 2002.
Scored against France. You said in 2002.
Is it left?
I said I won the World Cup with Brazil in 2002. I'll repeat my hints. Started playing as a forward, but played left back throughout his whole career. I joined Real Madrid from Inter Milan in 1996. I'm known for bending a 40-yard free kick against France. I feel like that's a big hint right there.
It is. I feel like I know who it is.
I
because
won the
you
World
said
Cup in I won the World Cup with Brazil in 2002.
Who is it? Who do you think it is?
that. I can't remember his last name.
What's the first name? Okay, no. Okay, so you ready to?
If I say the first name.
If you say the first name, we'll give it to you.
Oh my god, it's between two.
Damn.
Okay, wait. Okay. I think I know his first name, but I can't remember his last name.
Go ahead. Bro, you just said you had.
I don't want to say it though because now if I say it, I'm out completely.
Okay.
So. Damn. Oh. Roberto?
Yes.
Roberto Carlos.
Bro, I was so scared. My heart. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
Roberto Carlos. Yeah.
Hey,
You got it, you
there
got
we
it.
go. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh my heart.
So, who am I? I was a striker for all of my throughout my whole career, and I've played for the likes of Chelsea, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Inter Milan.
Samuel Eto'o.
What is it?
Easy.
Eto'o.
Eto'o. Yeah, Eto'o. So actually, when I looked this up,
Bro, put the loading emoji.
yeah, I did not know that. I did not know that Eto'o played for Real Madrid.
I didn't either. That's why.
He played like 3 games.
3 games.
3 games for Madrid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So doing some research, I was like, no way. So I thought with that it would confuse maybe like the Real Madrid and Barcelona, because if I just said Barcelona, Inter Milan, Chelsea, it would have been too easy, which it still was. He got on the first go.
Yeah.
So
Samuel Eto'o, bro, that's a legend right there.
that's a legend right there, baby.
I love it.
All right. Okay. All right. So. I just realized how easy this is gonna be.
Hey man, let's see it. You never know.
You'll see why I messed up. Okay, so it's considered to be one of the best left backs of all time. That's number one.
Okay.
That's it.
Wait, say it again.
Considered to be one of the best left backs of all time.
Okay.
All right. I've won the Champions League, the Premier League, the Europa League, and 4 FA Cups. Okay. Trophy cabinet looking good. And
Very nice.
so I started in a prestigious youth camp and went on to play for the rival team.
Oh, I know what it is. Is there one more hint?
That's it, bro. I thought it was 3.
What's
I can come up with another one.
what's
if
the
you want.
what's the trophy cabinet look like?
Ashley Cole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually cool. Yeah, I was gonna say Ashley Cole. I needed to get the cabinet again to make sure that you added the Champions League in there.
Earlier, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I messed up.
Yeah, I know.
I shouldn't have did that.
If you never said anything earlier, I would have never
Yeah, I
gotten
know.
it.
That's why. No, it's funny because when I said it earlier, bro, I'm pretty sure I made a face. Like when I talked about it, I was like, fuck. There goes the game.
But hey, that was solid. That was
All right,
that was
good.
good.
Well, this is a good podcast. I appreciate you guys so much.
Good first episode, man.
Yeah,
good
good
first
episode.
episode. So for all of y'all that are, like the stuff that we're doing, like our content, just follow us at World Class Football on Instagram. We're gonna be posting this on all
World Class
streaming
Media.
platforms.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like what you see, what you're hearing, make sure you like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and even DM us some stuff that you like to see.
Yeah.
We'll be happy. I mean, we can talk anything
talk about.
football
We'll
related.
try to be here next week.
Next week.
I know you're gonna be in DC, but
Yeah, I'll be in DC. Maybe we'll hit some over the airways.
that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll do whatever we can to get some content out there. So
Yeah.
appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys soon.
You're.
All right. Bro, like for real, if you didn't say Ashley Cole, I would have never.
I would have gone.